Okay, here we go, collective. I got a breakup energy today, and this feels like a narcissist to me. It truly feels like a narcissist breakup. It does. So I'm gonna keep this to a half-hour reading. Would you please stop? I literally walked my grandson around for an hour straight, all around town, and he's still jumping around. Still jumping around, guys. I don't know. But anyways, this is a narcissistic breakup, guys. This was a soulmate bond that was severed. Yeah. Then we have someone coming up here as King of Swords. Upright. They're a leader, but they're moving without emotion. They have some integrity, though, but they don't respect their partner, I'll tell you that. And then Hell's Gates comes up, guys. And then I got promises of financial opportunity ends in money scandal. And they're moving into King of Swords energy. This person that is a narcissist or is being like moving in narcissistic tendencies. Alright, and here we have, this is my witch card here. Alright. So we're going to say there's some kind of spell work done, and I don't know, I want to say third party, guys. And then Silent Stone, strength and silence, let your presence speak. Someone's speaking in silence because they're dealing with a narcissist. I do not blame them. Then we got, there are so many feelings I want to share with you, but I'm shy about opening up. Secret. Alright, they're shy about opening up to this person. So, would you please stop that? Alright, I'm sorry, guys. My grandson is on one today. He does enough to make noise everywhere. But I'm going to get through this recording, guys. I'm going to get through this recording. This person, I feel their living situation, they're kind of living on a prayer. And we got Queen of Cups. Someone's coming up as compassion and caring. They're living on a prayer. All the finances were in the other person's name because we all know that people move in narcissistic energy, kind of. You know, they're very controlling, guys. And then we have Page of Wands in reverse. Someone's moving in an immature way. It'd be very immature with this Queen of Cups. It's sad. And then we got Sacrificial Lamb of God. This person, they sacrifice their whole relationship over this money. I don't understand why people want to do this over money. And then we got Whispering Pines. Nature's voices guide you. Listen to their wisdom. Alright, this person's being guided to listen to signs from God. You can go in the forest and listen to signs from God. You can. Alright, this person is now under a demonic contract. And I like to say when you become a narcissist, it's like, would you stop? You have an entity attachment. So, I mean, it is what it is. There's a full entity attachment. Creativity is in reverse. Creativity is in reverse. And then we have a great awakening in reverse. They're not awakened to the fact that they did anything wrong. I felt I should try to reach out to this person. I really did. Would you please stop? And let them know that there's better days ahead, you know, because this is a lot for one person to deal with. Breaking up is hard to do, guys. And then we have, is this Three of Cups? Or Three of Pentacles here. Okay, the trouble with the trouble. Hang on. The trouble with within, the trouble with work, the trouble at the workspace. So there's trouble at the workspace where this person that's moving with a demonic attachment is working at. And then we got lover betrays you to steal money. So they took money from the Queen of Cups. And this is recent, guys. And then we got familiar, whether virtually or in person, we've already met. I feel like this was a scam artist. They were working with a scam artist to take something away from the Queen of Cups. And then we have more of this here. Eternal knot. You are interconnected, strengthen bonds with those around you. So this person's strengthening, the Queen of Cups is strengthening bonds around them. All right, and then we got more of these. Lack of empathy due to anger. They're angry at the Queen of Cups, so they don't have any empathy for their soulmate. And then we have the devil's fruit poisons within temptation. All right, so there's definitely a third party lover here. That's why it was so easy to leave, guys. Protecting innocence from wicked people with intention of physical death or spiritual death. All right. Somebody wants to do that. I asked you not to put that there. Get them down. Get them down. Take them out. All right. And then we got the Ten of Swords. So, Ten of Swords. And this is from my darker deck, guys. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords to the heart. That's a hard. That's the depth of the betrayal, guys. Ex-lover joins forces with enemies for personal gain. Wow. And ill intentions and dark magic got returned by God. I just went in my little bucket and got a bunch of cards. And this is what I got, guys. Let's get to the root of this story, and I guess I gotta help out this person. Whatever's going on in your life, don't let it get you down. Standing at a crossroad, waiting for a miracle while life is falling apart. Can you please stop? All right, while life is falling apart. So they're at a crossroads of a decision. Life's a garden, grow new life. So this person has to build a new life for themselves. And then we got a narcissist starts a new game with a new partner. Oh, wow. And then we have your light illuminates secrets and deception. So this Queen of Cups believes in God. And then that High Priestess in reverse. This is probably the lover. This is the new narcissist supply. That is what this is. This is a terrible energy, guys. And then we have the mirror in reverse. The mirror got reversed. And says, are you really ready to give up your old ways to be with them? They are uncomfortable. The mirror got shined back to them. So this Queen of Cups is an empath. And whatever got mirrored to her or he, or her or him. Sorry, guys. It got put right back to him. And then we got the moon, illusions and confusions and secrets. Everything's being eliminated, and the mirror's being reflected back. Then we got a slow climb for the Queen of Cups. And then the ladder is in reverse for the narcissist. They can't move up the ladder. They got to stay exactly where they're at and sit with themselves. Sneaky link. Sneaky link. Then we got rebuilding with God and starting over blessed. This is what the Queen of Cups is doing. I'm glad God is with this person at this hour, because this could be some of the loneliest energy out there, guys. It really can be. It could be some of the most terrible stuff. And then we got lack of communication here. And then people are turning away from current relationships with this person. They feel bad. They fumbled the Queen of Cups. And then we have masked realities. They got to stay in this reality that people really don't want to sit with them. They don't want to eat with them at the same table, I'm hearing. And then the twilight glow is in reverse. Embrace the in-between. The magic happens. There's no magic for this narcissist. They're not getting nothing. And then we have tranquil meadows, tranquil moments. They're not getting any kind of tranquility. And then we got ancient castle. Fortify your defenses of strength comes within. So they don't think that they need to be strong around this third party energy. And then we got herbal potions. Create and heal your magic is potent. All right. The person they're with, that is High Priestess in reverse, has weak magic. And then we got it's time. It's time for the Queen of Cups to move on. That's what I got here. That was a pretty clean cut reading, guys. Alright. I'm going to see what suggestions or something, but alright. What should the collective do? Believe? The collective should believe in themselves and friend zone this person if they can't completely get away from them. And the collective, okay, this is another message for the collective. Money has been hidden away for greed. Find the hidden money. Those are the 3 messages for collective. And I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you liked it, this is a smaller readings. I don't know. I might do a bigger one later. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But I hope you guys enjoyed it and have a great day.